we can have this on record. So I'm going to just give a very brief presentation on today's and a little bit context. And then I will let Clarisse speak, which she is our main speaker tonight. Can everybody see my screen? Yes? Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so tonight is about about Art Woman, about how Clarisse and her team has infused a passion and creativity in the artwork and in the refugee community. So yes, so today I will tell you a little bit about Sustainable Development Goals. For those of you who haven't heard of them, I will briefly talk about the refugee situation in Hong Kong, and then I will let Clarisse, she's really the star of today's show, to talk about Art Woman in Hong Kong, and then we have a few question and answer. This deck that I'm presenting and Clarisse's deck will be available to you after today's talk. So don't worry about copying any information, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask us in the chat room or ask us at the end. So a little bit about Sustainable Development Goals. For those of you who haven't heard of it, they are a set of 17 goals set by the United Nations in the 2015. So today we are really looking at reduce inequality, goal number 10 here, about the refugee status. So everything we do here in Encompass is around this 17 SDG goals. So the SDGs goal, the few pillars, the few really supporting SDGs are the environment one. So include the climate action and the biodiversity, include life underwater, life on land. So at Encompass, we do a lot of eco tours. We also have some talks on the climate change and biodiversity. So I know some of you, like Marija, have joined our other talks. We also do people, which includes gender equality, and all that, and then prosperity, which include reduce inequality, and just so you know, just earlier last month, Encompass has worked with Luna Natural, which is a menstrual cup brand, and we also did a community work for Table of Two City, which is a group that Tegan here managed. Maybe Tegan can speak more later. And then we provide menstrual cups and education workshop for refugee women. So yes, the goals are all interrelated. And Encompass here, we are a social enterprise. We do a lot of workshops to promote the different SDGs and different NGOs. So we love to work with different organizations. So we have worked with Table of Two City before, and this is our first time with Art Woman. We also have worked with Humming Fish Foundation, which is an organization for farmers in Timor-Leste. So we are really diverse. And if you have a good idea, for example, I know Lena here has a group called Entrepreneurs. We are really interested in collaborating. So as I said, each of our event focus on a specific goal. I know some of you have joined our event, so you probably know how our style is like. And this is a list of everything we do. I know it's a very big list, but basically we do a lot of work on gender, on diversity, on sustainability, and also wellness. So yes, if you have an organization or whoever you recommend that might benefit from our workshop, please let us know. So yeah, today we are going to look at SDG 10, which is reduce inequality. So we are really looking at equal opportunity. We are also looking at universal social and economic inclusion. As you can think, I think refugees in Hong Kong face a lot of different problems because of how refugees are being supported in Hong Kong. So we're going to discuss some of that today. So yes, I think refugee is really a big problem, not problem, but an issue that we all need to face regardless of where we are in the world. And today we can hear from Clarisse some of the situation that Hong Kong refugees faced. And these are just some statistics of refugees, and I think with the COVID now, the situation is even worse. The healthcare worldwide right now is really bad, and when resources are scarce, the support for refugees are even less. So this is statistics from earlier this year in June, but I think the problem is going to be a lot worse now with the COVID now taking place. These are some statistics for Hong Kong. So in Hong Kong, we have around 11,000 to 14,000 asylum seekers. Before the 1950s, a lot of the refugees are from mainland China, but now we have refugees all across the world. There's not a lot of refugees that has been accepted by the Hong Kong government. So they are all on a different visa. So that's a problem. And this is a recent article by Hong Kong Free Press that the housing allowance that are given to refugees are really low. And refugees in Hong Kong technically do not have the right to work. But I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, Tegan, I know a lot of refugees in Hong Kong, they have some maybe different side jobs to support their living, because really the allowance is not it's not enough for them to support, as we all know, a very high cost of living in Hong Kong.
So for asylum seekers, people cannot work, but people who've actually been recognized as refugees can work. But the problem is when you've had a long time that you've not been working, it's hard to find a job. So you basically need to get consent from the immigration department to get a job. But technically people can work, but as you said, it's a very low acceptance rate. So most people are asylum seekers, and therefore they have all of these obstacles.
Okay. Thank you, Tegan, for clarifying. That's great. I have some resource here about refugees, but I think we can share that later. And now I will give the time to Clarisse. So Clarisse is from the Art Woman group, and she is, I think she will make a great presentation about the concept behind her work and why she has this passion and how she is going to carry her workshop forward. So now, hi, Clarisse, I've just made you host so you can share your presentation with us. And again, as I said, if you have any questions for Clarisse or Tegan, which also work with Table of Two City, please feel free. So maybe now I think Clarisse needs some time to figure out her screen. Tegan, can you quickly share what you do with Table of Two City, if you don't mind?
Sure, no problem. So Table of Two Cities is a grassroots organization, and we provide a platform for refugees and asylum seekers to share their stories and talents in their own words. And typically we organize lots of different community events around Hong Kong where food is a central theme. But obviously because of coronavirus, we've had a couple of challenges this year. We've not been able to hold as many. Basically, we want to create a space where people are able to showcase what they're good at and their talents, and do it from their own lens rather than curating it from the lens of an outsider. We want to better distribute resources in the community and hold space for marginalized groups. We're also working on a book of stories. We have been working on this for the past 3 years. So that is due out in 2021. So you can keep an eye out for that. But basically, typically when we have events, we always try to have some sort of call to action and find ways to fundraise for different services and needs within the community.
Tegan, I just shared your September event to the group. Maybe you can briefly explain.
Sure. So just a heads up, because we might have extended social distancing. I think as of yesterday, it's until 25th of this month. We have planned something for the 12th of September. Basically, it's an African soiree event. We'll have a woman who will be cooking dishes from Central Africa. We'll also have some Afrobeats music and serving wines from different parts of Africa as well. And of course, Art Women will also have a stall there. So if you like what you've heard on the call, you can obviously visit the website and shop at any time, but when we do have this event, you can also shop on the night and also get to know everyone a bit better.
Good. Thank you, Tegan. Clarisse, have you sorted out your technical issue to share your screen?
Okay, I'm fine. Can you see it?
I don't think so yet. You might need to ask Harmony to help you.
You see it?
Not yet, sorry, Clarisse.
I put it.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe you need
You
to ask.
cannot see it?
Can Harmony help?
Yes, give me a sec. Give us a second, please.
Okay. Okay, so I will explain a little bit more about Encompass. Okay, can see now. Okay, good. Clarisse, thank you. Okay, you can go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Give us a second. I'm bringing her back to the. Huh? Okay, there you go.
Okay. Clarisse, I think this is for Art Women. I'm sharing about Art Women. Art Women aspect. That's mean the aspect mean like is because from Art Women from Hong Kong, I opened like charity back also in Africa, just to help people. But Art Women start in Hong Kong. But the goal for Art Women in Hong Kong is when I start Art Women in Hong Kong. I want just to help the women in community like me, because myself I have the problem. That's why I bring something called Art Women. Wait a little bit, some things here I cannot do my slide.
Some technical issue.
Okay, can you see it?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, because it's like, what about Art Women? Art Women is kind of group of refugee women who create something. Is group of refugee women that combine the self women. Why I create that Art Women? Because before, when I was in Hong Kong, when I came in Hong Kong, I didn't have anything to do. It's like not the way I was back in my country. I was working like nurse, but coming in Hong Kong, you cannot do it. You cannot work. It's like I was every time at home, eating, watching TV, nothing to do. You go to ISA, you take food. And that's why I started this group. I was going to a lot of charities and to ask, but nothing. Then I met one woman in 2012. She was making crochet. She was saying, oh, why are you taking too much medicine? I said, I have headache. And she told me, I can help you to do something and you can stop medicine. I said, what? And then she mentioned something about crochet. And I asked her, what is crochet mean? And she showed me she was having the crochet. I think I have that crochet. And then she told me, if you are making this one, the headache will stop. I said, I don't know how to do it because I never do it in my life. Even back in my country, I never do it. How I will start? And she told me, okay, I will help you. You can do it. Just try, you will do. I said, okay. Then from that, I started doing my stuff. In the beginning, in 2012, I was just making crochet like crazy woman. And from there, I started that Art Woman. From there, I was making a lot of my stuff. You come my home, you don't have even the place to sit in living room because everywhere I was putting crochet, a lot of bag of crochet. That's why I started Art Woman. But the name of Art Woman was not in the beginning. In the beginning, I was just making just like that. You will see some picture in my room. I was sitting like a lot of crochet everywhere. From there, I was making, but no place to sell. I can make a lot. And the lady left, went back to Switzerland. And I don't know what to do. And I was just going left, right to find how I can sell my stuff. Because like we are refugees, we are not allowed to work in Hong Kong. And the stuff they are giving us to eat, and we have children. When children are going to school, we need to suffer a lot. You need to find how they can go to eat, and you don't have money, you don't have anything. I say, okay, you don't need to go everywhere to ask people. what I need to do something by myself to help myself. And when I started doing all this crochet, and I was going left and right to find how I can sell it. And some good people I was meeting, they are helping me to find how to sell, where to go to sell. If they have activity, I go to sell. If they have activity, they call me, can you bring your stuff? It's like that. I was going left and right. And after that, when I see a lot of women in refugee community, they are like me, but they don't know how to do, who to talk. And like, we are meeting together, we are meeting sometime, by week we can meet 4 times. And I decide what I need to do. I need to create also my group to help other women who have same situation than me, and I can teach them what I learned. From there, I create the group. But to create the group, it was not easy because the women, they need to come to learn, they don't have transportation. I need to find transportation for them. If I sell the crochet, then we have money, we find transportation for them to come in class to learn. But even to have the places, like today we are here, tomorrow we are there, we don't have the really exactly place we can sit. And I met one of our friends, Yasita. She was working at Vine Church. When she was, because that time I was helping at Vine. They have some summer school, and she called me to come to teach the lady how to make the necklace, earrings, crochet too. And when I went there, I started teaching them how to do. And she also started helping me to find how I can sell my stuff. After that, she left in Hong Kong. She was going back to France because she's living in France. And then she said, oh, I'm leaving soon. I don't know what I can do. I said, okay, I don't know what I can do now. I need to come back to find myself how to continue to do my stuff. And she told me, okay, I have one of my friends. I think I can talk to her, and she will come to help you. And I told her, I don't want to find the people who will come near us, because people think refugee, we are business for them. When you are refugees, like you didn't go to study, you are useless, you are nothing. But it's not that. And I told her, because for me, I don't want people for two-faced. If you are coming near me, you cannot come with two-faced. Two-faced means like you are coming not to her, but you are coming just to explore us, like we are like your business. I told her, even I don't have anything, I don't want someone to come to work on me, because I know who I am. I can do something that other people cannot do. It better I can stay on my way. And then she said, oh no, she's my friend. She said, okay. And she said, okay. It was some activity in Staff Ferry. And they says, bring your stuff, we are going there. My friend will come. From there, I met Tigan. And when we met, she told me, oh, Tigan, this is Clarisse. She did the presentation. And then we met Tigan. I told Tigan, when you are coming in front of Yasita, I don't want someone, I want someone who can help me with my people the way Yasita is helping. But if someone is coming like to take us a refugee like business, that is better I say in my way. I don't want it. And she said, Tigan said, oh, I will help. I just want to help because Yasita is my friend. And she told me your story. Don't worry, nothing. I will continue to help you. I say, okay, if you are helping, that is fine. But if you are coming like other people who put refugee like business, I don't want, because I have my talent. I don't want someone to put me there and then using me, I don't want. She said, I will not do it. I just want to help you and your group. And she asked me how I can help. I explained to her, we need money for transportation to go for lady to come to the class. And we don't have exactly the place, because today we are here, tomorrow we are there, sometime in my house. And we don't have exactly the place. If you can find a place for us to sell, or the place we can go to do the class. And sometime if we didn't sell, we need someone to support us for transportation. And she said, don't worry, I will do it. And she was so kind. I was thinking like she will come, because some people before even your sister, some people they came and I kick them out because I don't want you to come to use. I will not support you. I will kick you out because I don't want to support like rubbish things. And when we start with Tigan, every time if we have class, like she said, 2 weeks we don't have class, she need to ask why you don't have class. I said we don't have money. I say better to tell me, I can help. And then she always give her money for lady to come in class. She always give her money to find also the place for us to go to sell. And finally she found a place for us. She's paying in Makabe, that we have like our office in Makabe. For now we are not going left and right. And from there we are doing the stuff, we are continuing what we are doing. And when I see like art women, we are helping just the women in Hong Kong. But where I am coming from, like back in my country, I have some image I cannot put here. Like some image happened yesterday. I cannot put it online. But if you see the image, you cannot even eat. Because where I am coming from, I know what is going on from the woman, not only the woman, for people, for everyone. Because no one will leave Congo to come to ask like help in Hong Kong or to be saved like us we are here. I decide, after Act Women in Hong Kong, I decide to open charity back in my country. And I explained to Tigan, I want to help the women back in my country. Even when I was selling that stuff, we were selling, but I need to find some money to send also the women, because we was working with one charity called Avocat de Savoir, just to help the women in their charity. And I tell Tigan, I don't want to do that if we can collaborate with other charity, but I want to open Art Women charity back in Africa, in my country, to help the women. That's why I opened Art Women back in my country called Art Women ASBL, just to promote the women who suffer from the sexual violence. And we have a lot of children are sleeping outside in the street. They don't have the place to live. They don't have family. Some the parent that was raped, and then when the parent that was raped, they don't want to see the children. It's like one situation I have now. We have one situation the same like other children. We have now someone is in hospital now more than 1 week, because when they get raped, they can force to do the abortion, but if it not work, when they get the children, they throw them away. They don't want to see them, because many times when they see them, and they feel that pain. It's some children, they kill their parents. They don't know where to go. And I know a lot where I am coming from. It's better I do something back in my country. That's why I opened Art Women charity back in my country, just to help them. And we have a lot we are going. You can see from there online what I write. Everything is there, because we need to pay the school for them. We need to find some place where they can sleep. And we need also to teach them, the women, to learn something for themselves, because we buy some sewing machine from here and I send the machine back to Africa. That I'm doing like charity back in Congo. And this is the first where I start making the stuff you can see in my house everywhere. I already talked about it. When I start making the crochet decoration, everything in my house is like, we don't have even place to sit. And after that, we decide in Hong Kong, they don't have like a lot of Africa culture. And I decided to bring like the fabric from my country, from Congo, that to bring the Africa culture in Hong Kong. Because sometimes we have Chinese culture, if they have party, they have a lot of they are doing here in Hong Kong. And we cannot do it. What I need to do, we bring the fabric, we find someone who's coming, they can put by post. We buy the fabric from Africa and then to bring it in Hong Kong after we start sewing. From there, we did some fashion show with my daughter at the first one where we start, and we are continuing. When we are making We make the jacket and so many people love it. That's why we continue to do like, we mix out women and become like African company in Hong Kong. I think we were the first one to start making the African fabric in Hong Kong. Yeah, that's all. If anyone have question, can ask. Yeah.
So, Clarisse, I want to ask, what is your biggest difficulty in doing this project?
The big difficulty we have is like to find a place we can sell our stuff. It's not easy to find it. And the other one, the women in the group, a lot of women, we don't have, not all the women they accept from immigration or from UNHCR. Some they still like refugee, some they still asylum seeker. But for some women, they don't know what to do. And we need some people to come to support us, like to buy the stuff we have. And we don't have so many events. We don't have the events. And to support us what we are doing back in Africa. And some women also in the group, they need like some people who can do the sponsorship for them because they want to move from Hong Kong to go to another country to find like sponsor people who can sponsor them. And we have a lot of issue going on.
Thank you. And how best the group here today can support your organization?
Sorry?
How best the group today here can support your organization?
How they can support my organization?
Yes.
Yeah, they can support the way they want. It's up to how they can support. It's up to someone. If you want to donate, you can give donation. If you want to do what you can do, if you have someone who can support like the women who are looking the sponsorship, go outside. You can just to get one family, or I want to support one family to find sponsorship for them. That will be great. We need any kind of support from anyone. Because like I can say like now we have a lot of people in Act Women. They want to go out of Hong Kong, and they don't know how to do. And they want to find some people who can come to support them. That kind of people, we are welcome. If you want to, who want to support even one family in Act Women, or to find someone outside who know about sponsorship to support to sponsor Act Women family, one family from Act Women. If someone is coming for help to help like children, we are supporting back also in Africa because we need to send them to school. And we have also the place, and we want to build the place. For me, my goal to achieve Act Women, because we need to have like Act Women school in Africa, and we have to have like Act Women hospital, because now even they get sick. To go to hospitals in Africa is not, they cannot touch you if you don't have money. You can die like this, they will not touch you if you have money. But for the year coming, if we get support for some people who would like to support us to build a hospital for Act Women, or to build the school for Act Women school, that will be great. And for now, what we need like some people who can support to send them back to school. Because we don't know the year coming, we don't know if they will study. Because now we are stuck in Hong Kong with this coronavirus. We are not selling. We are not doing anything. And how we can have money to send them back to go to school? That is the big point for now. Yeah, we need food for them to eat. We are supporting a lot. I need to pay the place they are living. I'm paying it. We don't have place. We just find a place, but we need to build a house for them. We don't have money to build a house. If you have someone who can support to build a house for them, that will be great. But for now, we are just I'm just paying the place for them to sit. And myself I have problem. We are not selling. We are not doing anything. We just putting God can help someone who can come to support us too. Yeah.
Any
Like now we have a woman who's in hospital. The lady was raped when she was in the village, but she didn't know she was when she was raped, she ran away. She have children. Still now she don't know where is the husband. But when coming back, she's in Art Woman Church in Kinshasa. But when she's there, she finds she's pregnant. But she takes some medicine to she just want to kill herself. And but the medicine she took that make complicate. And she's still in hospital now. She's like more than 1 week. And we are trying how we can help her to be better. We are trying a lot now. I spent a lot of money, but she's in critical condition. We don't know because they want to do operation. They are trying everything. Like on Thursday, she was not even talking. But after they are trying her, she start breathing and she start talking. But it's not easy. It was not her fault because she don't know even people who rape her. That is what is going in my country. But if you see even the image, like something happened the day before yesterday, I didn't eat, I didn't sleep, just crying, see how people are suffering. Think I put it some image even in my WhatsApp status because I didn't want to put the image in everywhere because some people they don't support shock, and it's so sad, so sad.
Any comments or feedback from you, Marija or Emma? Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Hi.
Like, do you advertise your shop so people can come and like buy your products?
So how can, I guess her question is, how can more people learn about what you're doing and, you know, get to know your products and kind of buy more? How do you advertise your stuff and your work?
We have Instagram, we have online shopping, and everything we are doing, we always put on Instagram, Art Women HK. We see Instagram is there. We have all the stuff there, and Facebook, and we are putting everything is there.
Well, that's great. Thank you so much. I think Emma will.
Thank you.
Love to follow your work on Instagram and kind of promote with her friends and through their school organizations that work on promoting and helping refugees.
Thank you.
Clarisse, I have a question.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your story and just how Art Women got started. It's super inspiring to listen from my end. I guess what I wanted to ask is, how did you start kind of connecting the work that you were doing in Hong Kong with the work that you were doing back at home? Like, how did you get started with that and grow the work that you were doing at home?
How I connect what I'm doing in Hong Kong and what I'm doing back in my home.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm doing in Hong Kong is here I start. Is here I get even the idea, because back in my home, I was nurse, like I said before. I didn't know even what sewing, nothing. Even to sew by hand back in my home, I never do it. Even to do the crochet, I never do it back in my home. Because what I have learned in Hong Kong, Hong Kong is like, I'm in big university because I learned a lot. And it's like my second place. I have learned a lot in Hong Kong. But that's why I say, okay, if I'm helping the women in Hong Kong, and the women in Hong Kong also, they are getting help from the charity, a lot of charity in Hong Kong. But how about my people back in Africa and the people I know they are suffering a lot, especially in my country, in Congo? You can go everywhere, you see like DRC, what is going on. You know, in 1 hour, they can rape more than even 1,000 ladies. Even women, after the rape, sometimes they kill. Have some the bad image what they did like 2 days ago. That's why I said to help the women back in my country, I cannot. We was helping before with another charity, but that I decided to do the charity myself, just to continue to help the way I can do, because I want to achieve my goal there, to build the hospital for ACT women, for people to start getting like the medicine, to get treatment like in good way, and to have also the school for people to go to school, because a lot of people are not going to school because they don't have anyone to send them to school. They don't have anyone to support them. They don't have nothing. Sometimes even food to eat, they don't have. That's why I get the idea I cannot do only in Hong Kong. Even myself, I don't have. But it's not like to help people, I don't need to have million. Sometimes you have million, you don't have the heart to help. But from zero, what I have is better to share with other people who is in need. That's why I'm doing Hong Kong and my country. I don't know if the answer is okay. If not, you can ask again.
No, that was great. Thank you, Clarisse. I guess a follow-up question is, what are your future plans for Art Women back in Africa?
My future back in Art Women in Africa, I just say it's like what for me to come to build a hospital for Art Women in Africa, and to build also the school for people to go to start school, because we have a lot of people. Because in my village when I was born, some people, they are not going to school because they don't have parents to send them to school. They don't have people to support them. And sometimes even to have hospital is, if you see the hospital where I was born, I was crying. Like this coronavirus, they don't have anything, even mask, they don't know even how to do. And I was shocked. I feel painful. And what I need to do for the future for Art Women, to build hospital back where I am coming from, and to build a school. That is my goal for the future for Art Women.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If anyone have question, because what I'm doing with, well, we buy the sewing machine in Hong Kong to send them back to Africa, because we don't need only to give people. It's better to teach people how to fish than giving them fish every day to eat. But if tomorrow we are not there, who will give them fish? It's better themselves to find how they can do. That's why I get the idea to send a sewing machine from Hong Kong to Africa. And they are learning now. Some, they don't know what to do. And now they are making some stuff there. And tomorrow, if they know how to do, what is my following that to teach them how. We give you the machine. If you have something, we give you, and then you can start your life, and other people also can continue. Yeah.
Hi, this is Anjali.
Hi.
Hi. Hey, Clarisse. Clarisse, yeah, such an inspiring presentation. I'd be curious to know more about how are you training people back home? What is the process? Is there any? I mean, have they somebody who already knows this, or did you have to train them before? Then they started training other people, and then how is that? And then when they stitch these clothes, or if it's crochet, how is that business going? How do they sell their products?
Yeah, thank you. That is good question. Back in my country, they don't know how to do, like I say, like myself. Myself, I just give the time for myself to start learning here. But back in my country, I need to find someone who knows already how to sew, like teacher. I need to find a teacher. That person, I need to pay her to go to teach them every session. But themselves, the women, they don't know how to sew. But now they start learning. When we start the class with them, a lot of them, they know already how to sew. But the person, I have two people who knows how to sew, and that people who they are teacher, they are teaching them how to sew.
Great. And so then they sell the stuff that they sew?
The stuff they are making there, we have some stuff here. When they sit there, when we buy, because if they make the stuff, they need to send some stuff here and we sell. If we sell that stuff, and that stuff is helping to send them back again the money. It's like that we are doing, because last time, if they make, we see people are coming and we need to ask people to ship the stuff they are making, they send in Hong Kong, and from here we sell, after sell, and we send them the money back to see how we can continue, because we need to pay people who are teaching them, we need to pay the place, we need to pay a lot. But that, if we didn't have, like now, we didn't have a lot of selling with this sickness, is so hard for us.
Yeah. So actually, I had no idea that the stuff was being sewn in Congo and then shipped back to Hong Kong. I can imagine that would bring even greater value to most of the products.
Yeah, because like the fabric we are making here, we buy it from Congo. And when we make the fabric, the stuff they are making, and the fabric we buy and we ship it. We are paying the shipping because we have some agency. We have the agency who is carrying the stuff.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any more questions for Clarisse? Or if you have any topics you want us to share in Encompass, it can be more about Art Woman or other NGOs, please let us know. We are really welcome for anybody with a good story.
Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to ask, there's different arts and crafts groups that work with refugees in Hong Kong, and some of them are connected to charities. What is unique about Art Women in your words?
Sorry?
I asked, so there's different crafts groups in Hong Kong that charities have, which are involving refugees. What makes Art Women different or unique?
I think Art Women is different because Art Women, we don't depend to the other charity. I'm working with a lot of charity, but some charity, some people, when you are working there with them, that like I say in the beginning, there are some people, they just want to put us like their business. But Art Women is different. Even with Tigan, we got a lot of like fighting because they didn't want, why you supporting Art Women? Why she's supporting Art Women? Why she always back of Art Women? But some charity, they just want like, they want me to be just to work for them. It's like I'm there, their worker, but no paying, nothing. Art Women is different because what we are doing is unique. Even a lot of charity, they try to copy, but they didn't. You cannot. You can copy, but you cannot make the way Art Woman is making. It's big difference because we are independent ourselves. We are like refugee ourselves, bring some idea and some bring something new. Not like charity, we need to do this, we need to do that. No, that is different with Art Women and other charity. I don't know if the answer is okay. If not, I can come again.
No, that's perfect. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Tegan, actually to build on what you just asked, and also to answer, Benita, your question about Encompass, it would be really interesting to find out more about the different kinds of value creation models that some nonprofits are doing, particularly like Art Women, exactly what Clarisse explained right now. I think this is very interesting for a lot of us to understand because there are different ways in which individuals can sponsor, support, fill in the gaps, right? And the different aspects of the whole system that will touch different people differently, right? And to know that there are many different opportunities, what these opportunities are, might be a very interesting topic to explore.
Yep, we'll think about that. Thanks for that comment.
Hi.
Hi.
This is Emma.
Okay.
I would like to know who designs like your clothes.
They design the clothes. That's why I'm not going out, just sitting at home and then creating what we need to create for next time. And I'm the one who's teaching them, and I'm the one who's doing everything with my lady. If I learn something myself, I say it's okay, and then I go to teach other lady. It's like we did for mask. For mask, when the coronavirus come, we didn't know. We don't have refugee, they don't have mask. We don't have anything to do, and what we need to do. We go everywhere, no mask. And I told to Tigan what we need to do to have some mask. We don't have mask, and everywhere they are crying. And Tigan mom say, okay, I'm going to sponsor you guys. You buy the mask. Do you know how to do the mask? I said, if I buy the material, I will try. And Tigan mom give us the money. We go to buy the mask. I went Shamshipo and start showing what I need to do. If I saw some mask in Shamshipo and I took picture. When I took picture, I come back home and say, okay, I need to copy this picture and then see, maybe we can make also mask to give some refugee. And when I come back, I was laughing even with Tigan. She said, you will not do it. I say, I will do it. Better we do something different, but another NGO are not doing. And we make like 200 masks. And the first mask we made, we gave the donation to refugee union because people don't have the mask. Refugee, they don't have mask. You go to ISIS, you ask mask. They say we don't have money. You go everywhere, all the charity. Can you give us mask? Oh, we don't have mask. I say what we need to do, we need to come with idea ourselves to do something. Because when you go to ask, people look at you down, they see like nothing, and I say, okay, we don't need to ask, better we do something and other people can follow us. And I bring the idea, I start making mask at home, and even at home they was laughing at me. And that mask we bring, that the first design, and then after we make design, now we have even the good design we have in Instagram. If you see Instagram, you have a lot of masks we are making, and that also is helping us. I'm doing the design, but I'm not design. I didn't learn, just trying myself.
Thank you. I just saw like the Instagram and all your designs. They were really beautiful.
Thank you.
Good. So if there's no any questions, we can thank Clarisse for her presentation tonight, and thanks for being with us tonight. We will send you a recording and also the deck we have today, and please feel free to share with your friends, and do follow Women on Facebook, Instagram, tell your friends about it, ask them to support, buy an artwork or make a donation or whatever, that way they can help Clarisse and her friends. So thank you everybody for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, have a good night.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you, bye.